Hi, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're taking a few minutes to watch this video. I'm Ernie Zor, and I'm coming to you on behalf of Puritas Spring Software, bringing you the 37th video in our Frequently Asked Questions series. This one is a sequel to one we've done before. I believe it was number 18, titled 10 Law Office Computing Tips. Our last tip video went a bit over 10 minutes, so I need to get started right now to get these in as fast as we can. The first step in solving connection speed issues is to measure how fast your connection is. You may want to do this because your connection is slow, or sometimes just for curiosity's sake. No matter, it's quite fast and easy. Start your browser. You see I'm using Chrome up here on the screen, and search Internet. Whoops, it's not coming out. Why not? There we go. Internet speed test. You see I've already done it. It's in my history list. How's that for easy? You don't even need to follow a link. You just press on the button. One word of caution though, if you try this and your numbers aren't as high as what you're seeing here on mine, don't fret. My connection is really, really fast. For reference, here's what the FCC says your download speed should be: at least 12 megabits per second. That's Mbps. 25 megabits per second if you're using 4 or more devices. And between you and me, I think those recommendations are a laugh, and I can't imagine streaming at that speed, but that's what they say. I would say you better get used to a lot of buffering time. At any rate, I will shut this down, and let's move on to tip number 2. Now you know what I'll need to do is I'm gonna get wait, maybe I already do have. Okay, I have a folder here, or not a folder, but a file explorer view there. And let me get another one up. There's another one. I'm using this clever little trick from the last video to get both of them up on my screen half and half. And here's the rules. By the way, did you even know that there were rules that apply when you drag a folder or a file? If you didn't, you could be surprised, or even worse, at the results. It's all about the difference between moving and copying. Let me explain. If you drag a file from one location to another on the same drive, then you are moving the file, and it will no longer be in the old location because you moved it to a new location on the same drive. Both of these are on the same drive. Both of these views that you're looking at right now. Let me try something here. I'm going to take ZincBat, drag it over here, and you see that the tip says I'm moving it, and that's because I'm on the same drive. I could move it back, and there it is. Now, if I want to copy it, I'd have to go to a different drive. So let's pick, can I get a different drive here? Okay, there's a different drive. Now I'm going to grab ZincBat again, and this time drag it here. You see now it says copy instead of move, and there. So ZincBat's staying in the original location, but a copy is also appearing in the other location on the other drive. A favorite trick of mine, I think there's an undo here. Yep, undo copy. Yep, ZincBat's back where it was, or the copy's destroyed, I should say. At any rate, there's a tip that I like, and you can forget the rules. And what it is if you do this, instead of left mouse button doing all this stuff like you naturally would do, try it with the right button, and look what happens. Whoops, yeah, it got stuck. That's what happened. No, okay, here we go. Copy to source. But now when I let go of the right button, it's actually asking me, hey, do you want to copy? Do you want to move it? Do you want to create a shortcut? Do you want to cancel? I'm going to cancel, but that's kind of cool because that way you don't have to worry about the rules, which drive am I on, and all that kind of stuff. Drag it and drop it with the right button. Okay, moving right along. I think I'm falling behind. I don't think anyone watching this video would prefer to work on a laptop versus a desktop. Yes, notebooks and laptops are really cool, they're really compact, and if portability is your main concern, then yeah, you can't beat the laptop. But for sitting down and cranking out work, the desktop has a lot of advantages, one being, and this is big, a full-size keyboard with sculpted, full travel keys and a dedicated numeric keypad. Those are big. If you're really a touch typist, those are big things. And then another thing is a mouse instead of the scratch pad, and then finally a huge monitor. And we show you how you can convert your laptop into a desktop essentially by following some real simple steps described in a short FAQ video. It's our number 20 titled DIY Docking Station. Let me close some of this clutter here. Yeah, word on the screen. Now this and the rest of the tips in this video are Microsoft Word tips. If there are certain commands that you use over and over, this is the tip for you because it's making your own menu. You can gather them together in a custom menu, and here's how. And you can see on my Word, you see this Puritas? Those are 4 commands that I'm using all the time, and it's easier for me just to have them there than it is to be finding, okay, this one's on the home page, and then there's another one on the layout page, and then bop, 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 bop. Anyway, if I create my own menu, and it's easy to create your own menu, I'll show you by doing it right now. I'm going to right click on a vacant area of the desktop way over here on the side. Customize ribbon. That's it. Now, customizing the ribbon, I could say, okay, what I want is I want a new tab, and I will call this new tab. I can rename it. Yeah, is that it? Yeah. I'll call it Puritas 2. And let me just grab a command, bullets, and let me put it in the customized Puritas 2. Let's see what happened there. Oh, you know what? I did make a mistake. I created a sub-tab, a Puritas 2 tab inside the new one, and I don't know if I can go back and fix that. But I think you see the point of everything. Yeah, this new tab here, that's the one I should have called. You know what? I'm going to have to come back to this. Yeah, I've done it before. Can't do it again, I guess. And that's where rehearsals come in handy, because I don't know what I'm doing there. Anyway, I'm going to go on to the 4th tip. It's the word paragraph button, and I'll go back to the regular. Let me get rid of this Puritas 2, since it never worked anyway. Let's remove it. And the new one that I mistakenly created, let's remove that. Sorry about that. Going on to the paragraph button. There are some who will think that seeing this information, the formatting marks, is visual clutter. Not me. If I'm doing anything more than typing a simple letter, I want to see what's going on behind the scenes. And the show hide button is the way you do it. Watch, I'm going to click on it. It's right here. Now you see what happened? In this table, it showed me where all the cells are, the cell endings, how they're justified, and things like that. Things that you just don't see. Here's a tab I'm looking at. These are paragraph carriage returns. I just like to see that. Not all the time, but most of the time. In fact, probably, in reality, I like it so much, and I'm using it so much that I really never turn it off. Okay, next. Makes it sound like as if you can eat them, but no, that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about editable, being so that you can edit them. Let me see if I can find a PDF, which the way things are going with this video, I probably won't be able to find one. I'll browse. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'll find one. There we go. Let's open this up and see what happens. Like I say, this probably won't work since I flunked out on item number 4 there, customizing the ribbon, which is kind of cool, so I wish I could have done it for you. We will now convert your PDF to a Word document that you can edit. This may take a while. The resulting document will be obligated to allow you to edit the text. Well, that's what I wanted to show you. Oh, and it's our manual for the U.S. estate tax program. It's a pretty good, you know, it's typeset, so it's not an easy thing to convert, but yeah, it's got everything pretty well in there, and that's a handy thing because you can edit it and then resave it. It looks like it might need some formatting, but it's still a powerful thing. And this is a heavily formatted file that I opened, so it might not be a very good example. If you were doing this with like a legal document or something, I think it would work much better. Okay. If you're emailing a document to another office and you want to make sure that only the intended recipient can view the file, try this. Click on the File menu. We'll do it with this file. Click on the File menu, then click on Info, then click on Protect Document, drag it down. Now, some of these are read-only, so that wouldn't keep someone out of the file. It would keep them from making changes. And all of these are kind of like that, but not number 2 here. Encrypt with a password. That's going to let you set a password and encrypt the file so that no one be able to even read it or see it, much less edit it. Beware about this, though. If you forget the password, it is game over time. So if you think you need this kind of security, this is your ticket. Otherwise, if you use this security and you don't really need to, you're probably one of those people who think, I'm not paranoid, but I'm sure there are people that think I am. Okay, anyway, seriously, let's go to tip number 8. This is another cool one. Let me go, let me start a new document here, a blank document. And the dictate button, it's up here. You just never really use it, I guess, or you never even see it sometimes, depending on the size of your screen. But let's click on it. Somewhere along the way, we've written or videoed this subject. But it's a great tip that warrants repeating. You can dictate right into Word by using the dictate button at the top of the screen. It's up here on the home menu. Pretty cool, huh? Gotta admit, that's a nice feature. Tip number 9. Law offices, they do use symbols, and if I was going to cite a few examples. The paragraph mark, which is this, what you see up here, that's actually the paragraph mark. And the section mark, which you don't see. And the long dash. Now we all know, or you should know, let's go down here and let's put a symbol in. View, no, not view, insert, symbol, more symbols. Okay, now I can pick any one of these. Kind of looking for something special, but I'll settle for whatever I can find. I don't see the paragraph mark in there, actually. You know what? We're on some weird symbol thing. Okay, let's say it was the copyright symbol. Now, if you notice that when I clicked on it and highlighted it, did you see shortcut key Alt 0169? I'm going to insert it. But if I'm using that all the time, it's worth my while to remember how I did it. I hold the Alt key down and I go 0169. And I do this all the time for this, so much that I have it memorized. This only works if you've got it memorized. Otherwise, yeah, you can go through, click to the tab, then click symbol, then click more symbols, then scroll to and find. Yeah, you can do it that way, but doing it like that is much faster, and you only need to memorize probably less than a half dozen, so no big deal. This 10th one, the closer here, the 10th tip, is a kind of a weird one. You use this command when you want to insert fake text in an area. You may want to test a font and see what it looks like before you start typing, or you may want to insert text to see how it's going to fit in a given space. And here's how you can do it. You put your cursor where you want the text to appear. I think it has to be at the beginning of a new paragraph, and that's why I did that. And then you type this, =, and then hit enter. You see what happened there? It faked in some text. And what we're seeing here, this fake text, you might go, oh yeah, okay, fake text. I believe that it is Latin, and it's the same fake text that typesetters have been using ever since there were typesetting machines, which, when is that? 1400? Okay, I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, hundreds of years ago. So, and there it is. So if you ever needed to do that, it's, and the beginning is lorem, so you don't have much to remember. Lorem ipsum. Anyway, there's that music again, and it's telling me that my time's up. I hope you learned one or two useful tips that'll make your job in the law office go just a bit quicker or easier. And again, I gotta apologize about that tip number 4 about customizing the ribbon. It's so cool. I just ran out of time trying to figure it out, and I had already figured it out once because here it is on my screen. So sorry about that. It wasn't that bad. Try it again, or maybe I'll try it again and make a follow-up video. So anyway, thanks. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. And on behalf of the Puritas Springs family, until next time, I want you to stay healthy and happy, and I wish you all the best. Take care.